What it do, surprise Shawty crew, and hey my Daizee loves. I'm gonna try to be quick. This is gonna go with the live I plan on doing after I record this video, but something the Lord has been highlighting to me is champagne problems for probably like a month. And I want to encourage you because it has different meanings. We're only going to talk about one meaning today, but I want to encourage you to look into the other meanings of the phrase champagne problems. But I just wanted to remind y'all just how blessed we are. And something that's been in my spirit heavy lately has also been like how it truly is a privilege and an honor to know him, to worship, like he really him. Like we said at the last live, like you were blessed with the realist. And so when you are walking with the realist, your life is going to be a reflection of that. Okay. So you got something to thank him for. Like I was like, you know what? I thank you for these problems. I will say that if you look at the AI definition of a champagne problem, it says refers to problems that are not serious or are considered a first world problem, but can also be used to describe problems that are more serious than they appear to an outsider. Okay, like that is very important. Also, the other translation said, not the other translation, but the other definition said problems that are trivial or minor, and they're problems that come with being privileged, wealthy, or simply having a good life. Okay, these are problems that the privileged experience. These are problems that the wealthy experience. These are the problems that the people who have a good life experience. And yes, you can look at it as only physical, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't keep it real with y'all. It's spiritual first. Again, it is a privilege to know him. You are wealthy because my daddy is rich with houses and land. Like he owns everything, and you should have a good life as long as the Lord is in your life. So how does that look? Let's start physically. The lyrics from Lil Baby right on when he says the only problems I'm having in life is which watch I'm gonna wear. Exactly. Imagine that being your only problem. You got so many watches you don't know which one you're gonna wear. But that also made me think about like cars. Like you got so many cars, you don't even know which one you want to drive today. And when I thought about that made me think about a word I did at the beginning of the year or the end of the year, and it's something I was thinking about the other day. But like with me and how like the kingdom do it better, and I can pop out however I want to pop out. So say one day you might want to be on some sporty chic. Say one day you want to be on some business boss bay, whatever. Say one day you want to be on some corporate baddie. Say one day you want to be on some biblical baddie, like whatever it is, right? Like I can do it all so effortlessly. I'm stressed out because I don't know which look I want to give today. You get what I'm saying? Like those are champagne problems in the extent where we're talking about it. Now, if you flip it to the spiritual side of things, if it's a privilege to be with the realist, if it's a privilege to know him, guess what? The world hated him first. The world is going to hate you. And so this goes back to like to outsiders. It don't seem like a big of a deal. Like, is that big of a problem? Like I always say, people who be like, oh, nobody worried about you. You don't know how that feels to have that unnecessary hate because you are so filled with him, because you do know him, because you are lit because of your relationship with him, because you walk with him. People don't know what that unnecessary hate feels like, okay? That's just like, I believe in Jesus. But then you got coveted position. So then when you're talking about jealousy or other things that you can't control, people don't like you because you're pretty, whatever it is, or because you were born into a good family, whatever it is. And you got to experience the hatred, the jealousy amongst your brothers and sisters. Some people don't know what that feels like, or your cousins, or your parents, or your grandparents, or your aunts, or your great aunt, whatever it is, right? Some people literally don't know what that feels like. But for people who really privileged out here, for people who really got it going on like that, you know how real the hate can be. You know how crazy, how vicious, how venomous the jealousy has been, right? I'm imagining Joseph looked back and he was like, maybe these were champagne problems. Like my past is, and we talked about that. I told y'all I was paying attention to the stories of a lot of people I looked up to, and I was like, they all had it rough in the beginning. Like they all did. That is very, very common. Now, I will throw this in here. I was telling my mom, I realized like I've been healing from some real hurt. But no matter how much, say it's physical wealth I may have in this world, it does not change the fact that I had certain family members that could not get past their own hurts, pains, and jealousy, that they couldn't treat me like family. No amount of money is ever going to change that, right? So that's an example of people not understanding how hurtful that is, how much that actually pains me, how that really did break my heart. So to them, it's trivial. You got everything you could possibly want. Like, who can, like, no, that actually does hurt, because at the end of the day, the type of heart that I have, right, because I do know him, I walk with him, right, because of the spiritual stuff, that actually does hurt. Because at the end of the day, all I would have wanted was family. I would have chose family love over money. But people who don't think like that, they don't see it like that. You an outsider to this problem and to this pain, okay? Champagne problems. Okay, now if you look into the other meaning, because I don't want to get deep into this, it could mean a failed reason to celebrate. And I want to release this over you. You are going to have a lot of reasons to celebrate. A lot of reasons to celebrate. And your life will be that. Your lifestyle will be that of champagne problems. First, spiritually, right? And then also physically. Imagine that's your only problem when you wake up in the morning. Imagine that. Now, how realistic is that? But it changes your perspective on things, right? That's why I'm going to do the live. But God has blessed you with so much. Yeah. So you did have to go through so much. You get what I'm saying? But when you think about it, would you rather be the person that's in the privileged state, in the spiritually wealthy state, in the good life because I got a good heart state that's having these problems? Or would you rather be having normal people problems? Because it says that too. Champagne problems aren't normal people problems. You're not normal. It goes back to lifestyle. It goes back to luxury. It goes back to abundance. But first and foremost, it's because of your relationship with Jesus Christ. That's what I'm about to do the live, okay? And you being a faithful servant to him. I feel him on me so heavy. But them the type of problems you have. And people not going to understand that. Like, what's she always so emotional for? What's she crying? That's how people act. You don't know how it feels to be me. You don't know how it's been to carry all this. You don't know how it's been to be faced with all of this. But I can thank God where I am today, right? And I feel like every time we go through different seasons and lessons and we graduate, and it's like, no, God, I do thank you that these are my problems, because these are the problems that come with being truly blessed. These are the problems that come with being truly favored, truly anointed, truly appointed. These are the problems that come with that. And you're going to have a reason to pop bottles. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't going to be no fail, nothing else. I think that's why I'm feeling him so strongly. You're going to have a reason to celebrate. I still got champagne in my refrigerator from like 2 years ago. I never opened it. I never opened it. But yeah, champagne problems. And shout out to y'all, because I know first and foremost, you are a faithful servant to the Most High.